terribly painful to see your own city destroyed when you're far away and you can't do nothing about it. And if you see it through the media at the moment, it's terrorism and pirates and things like that, but that's not the whole story. My imagination, what's going on is the best of both worlds. The meshing of Sydney landscape and Mogadishu landscape, which both is on a water and also a lot of nice beaches. The buildings in Mogadishu is more the old Arabic Persian houses, which I really like. And Sydney's got the water, and got the harbour, and the opera house. It's very modern, very young city. So it's very interesting that I live here, and I'm thinking back home. So that could be the mashing as well. So I can be in Mogadishu and Sydney. I miss my country. So I go a lot of times to the internet, and I think that's when I started painting it home, just to get that sense of home, which is always not a good news in Somalia. It's always like civil strife and invasions, pirates and clan fighting. My childhood in Somalia, it was wonderful when I was growing up. We had a big house, we had our own gazebo, we had somebody who was driving us to school. We used to live close by to the beach, and we used to just go up there with friends and play soccer and swim, and we had the theaters and performing arts, and it was a really good lifestyle. Growing up gay was really confusing because it's not outed. You always had that feeling for me, just like attracted to guys physically, and never acted on it. I didn't have a bad experience back home. People just kept quiet about it. But now they will, they will kill me, that's for sure now. I think I will go to a different world if I go back now. It was totally different. 99% of Somali people are Islamic. We were very modern, we were Sufis, and now we're becoming more Taliban-like. It was communist until 1977 when we had the big war, and then America came in. So 1983-84, when I finished this school, you have to go to 2 years to military training, which I didn't like it at all. By this time, the north part of the country is being invaded by rebels. I just knew that it's going to be a war, a civil war. My brother, by this time, went to Holland. He arranged me to go to Holland as well. It was really gezellig, they call it. In the Dutch, that means really fun. It was nice to see people living openly. They were really very tolerant for that time, 1990s. But then all changed, of course. Very right-wing sort of politics was going on in Europe then about the asylum seekers and refugees and things like that. Very hostile sort of a media coverage. Well, I met this guy, this Dutch guy who used to live in Sydney, and then he had the Mardi Gras tape. So I thought, wow, that place seems like a nice place to go to. And then I come to Sydney, and then I met my partner then for 4 years until we broke up. one night I just went out, have a couple of drinks, met someone, but I think I was a bit lonely and I needed some physical contact, and went to his place. The condom broke. So I've done the test and got the phone call saying come for the result. And the doctor was so cold. He said to me, yes, you're HIV positive. And it was like a very shock. It was like that sentence. My mind was going 5 years, I've got 5 years to live. And so I was really upset for one mistake. There's a lot of stigma and things like that. This is the last thing you really want to be discriminated on. It's just a virus that gets into your blood, and it throws your life upside down. So you question really, because then you're really aware of you can get sick and die. But now it's quite manageable. I only have to take 3 tablets a day. And it was 97 and now it's the 11th year. I'm doing pretty well, I think. I think that's why I'm not into relationship or things like that as well. So, yeah. It's unfortunate things. And, my own sexuality for me is conflict with family, and we're all around the world, and we have a sort of a painful relationships because they don't approve. The painting is, for me, is a frustration that all this war that's coming on all the time. It never ends. When we're gonna start rebuilding it? Maybe not in my lifetime, but I can do it in my painting. It's a memory of what we had. Like, we're not all savages that killing each other and hunger and all of that. But we had a good life. Sometimes it's not our fault what's happening. Communism against capitalism, playing football. This is something nice about me and about my country and about my culture. The only easy thing to do for me is to paint.